rendition from Shakespeare's tragedy Hamlet, we view the tragic events that befall the Danish court, specifically Hamlet's friend and confidant, Horatio, from a perspective of nihilism, which stems from the Latin word nihil, or nothing. This paradigm, popularized by the theorist Friedrich Nietzsche, is centered upon the essential meaninglessness of life. The nihilistic view of life, often characterized by extreme pessimism and skepticism, is one of hopelessness, asserting the inherent futility of all values, communication, and knowledge. Existence is pointless, and thus suffering, emotion, feeling, and actions become insignificant. Another prominent nihilistic view is the inevitability of death. Rejecting the morality of contemporary and traditional philosophies and religions, nihilism embraces death as the common fate of all men. Similarly, life from the nihilistic position is intrinsically empty. All attempts to attach meaning to it, to guide humanity with moral guidelines of any sort, are pointless. In fact, Thomas Hobbes accurately articulated the nihilistic view of human life as nasty, brutish, and short. The subsequent scene, set in the late 1500s during the Elizabethan era, shadows the misfortune and massacre that has just transpired in the Danish court. The view opens to a grassy courtyard bordering the royal castle. Here, on a crisp day in early spring, Horatio is forced to confront the seemingly unbearable tragedy that has fallen on his closest friend and created a void of power in Denmark. Usually captivated by violent emotion, Horatio is conflicted between the nihilistic attitude that has overtaken him since the massacre in the Danish court and his promise to the dying Hamlet to continue his life and to ensure a peaceful transition of power in Denmark. Later, the scene shifts to a grungy, vulgar prison in the dark dungeons of the castle, where Horatio debates with a bitter and scraggly inmate. The scene concludes with Fortinbras's offer of an ultimatum to Horatio: remain in Denmark as a servant of the new court, or be banished forever from his homeland.
Sinews of sorrow rip through my soul, for my second half has passed. Life seems worthless. Nay, it is pointless. Hamlet was not just a friend to me, but a friend of all Denmark, and all those who seek justice. His death is irrefutable evidence that justice is an unobtainable goal in the world, and only fools will seek it.
I disagree. Life, power, and prosperity are the forces that guide mankind, for these are the worthy goals. However, let us not bicker. Your meager soul is of no importance to me. You merely represent the former power that my army has now dissipated. The throne and the greatness I seek in using it as my tool is my prime priority. For life is fragile and brief, and the only great thing a man can do is to gain power and leave behind a legacy, as Hamlet has done for you.
You know not of what you speak. Grief and sadness consume my every breath. The love that I felt for Hamlet, it died with him, and it's gone forever. There's no passion, there's no hope beyond the veil of death.
Life is precious, whilst it is short. What we do on earth is eternally valuable. Hamlet was so good. Our memories of him now are built upon his greatness on earth. He was too young.
You do not know what grief and sorrow truly are. You do not know the pain of losing your best friend. Life is pointless. It's just a sick game. Oh Lord, strike me down now.
Originally, I thought you were a pitiless soul, and I wanted to offer you a position with me. But seeing that death is what you want, I will happily grant you that. The fewer deigns to challenge my power, the better.
Is death really what I want? Despite the terrible pain that I'm suffering, do I truly want to end it? No, I do not wish to die. I must persevere. I must stay loyal to Denmark and to Hamlet.
Unfortunately, your wish to live or die has nothing to do with my plans about your future. I honored your request regarding Hamlet's burial out of the great man that he was, but I care not for your wasteful bantering about the nature of life. Guard, take him away.
Yes, King Fortinbras.
Come.
And that is why I was locked up unjustly.
Who goes there?
It was 5 years ago that I was locked down here in the dismal depths of despair, for I tried to court the wife of the visiting ambassador from England. Who are you?
I'm Horatio, servant of Denmark and of Hamlet.
Hamlet? The magnificent? The great?
Yes, he was a man of much valor. Unfortunately, his honor has died with him.
Prince Hamlet? Dead!
Yes, dead at the hands of corruption at the highest levels of Denmark.
Prince Hamlet convinced his father to forgive my loans just before I was sent down into this dungeon. I wish that I could see him once more to thank him for his great deeds.
Aye, but he has gone to heaven, or I intend to join him soon.
No.
I suppose I must honor my promise to Hamlet and persevere through life, but it is so empty and so devoid of any meaning now. It is a barren, pointless pursuit.
Horatio! You, get up! King Fortinbras wishes to see you now.
Who wishes to see me?
The king! Come on now, you sloppy imbecile!
There's no way to speak to a friend of Hamlet.
Thank you, guard. You may leave. Horatio, I have pondered for a long time and have come to the following conclusion. Either you leave Denmark, never to be seen again, or you join my forces and help me conquer the lands that I seek. I'll give you 1 night to think about this. Report back to me tomorrow with your final decision.
While my choice may be insignificant in the arch of history, I will not dally with my decision. For I would rather leave my homeland forever than see it ruled by an impostor of a king.
As you wish. Leave by tomorrow, or I will enlist you into my forces.
A few years later, Horatio has settled down in England and has become a renowned professor in a university. He teaches philosophy with a bias that stems from his personal experiences in Denmark. Therefore, his students are well educated in the nihilistic philosophy, which focuses on the transience of mankind in history. He continues to emphasize to his students that no matter how great you are, your impact dies when you do.